We're here today having a conversation with author, historian Kendall Gott, and he's going to share with us a little bit about his newest book in his Gone to Kansas series. It's called Gone to Kansas 1856, Fire and Tribulation. Kendall, first, thanks for joining us. Tell us a
Well,
little bit
thank you,
about the
Scott, for
book.
having.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the book.
Uh, Briefly, I'm a historian. To get me going, I could ramble on all day. But briefly, a young man growing up in St. Louis in the 1850s, broken family. He wants to escape not only the broken family, but living part time on the streets, and comes out to the Kansas territory to make a new life for himself. And he goes through a series of adventures. He's in the first book. He went down the Santa Fe Trail and back, got caught up in the Bleeding Kansas and the politics between the pro-slavery and the Free Staters. And the second book continues with that, the series of adventures, and he sees the real. He through his eyes, we can see the real history of the Kansas territorial period.
So, what's interesting with this is you have written the book, but now you also have it as an audiobook. And I think I heard or remember you saying that it's even, or the previous book that you wrote was Grammy nominated. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was.
A little bit about the audiobook.
Was quite an honor. It was quite unexpected. I didn't submit it. The voice narrator, Michael Reeves, he's a big Hollywood guy with connections. He submitted it, and it made it through the first couple of rounds of voting. Now we were up against some pretty big hitters. Mel Brooks was one of them that comes to mind. We had no real chance against the big guys, but just to be nominated, I was just thrilled with it. And I think he's going to nominate this one too. So we'll see if it even makes the voting. But just to be nominated, it was astounding. I was very pleased with that.
So, what was the process like for getting the audiobook done? How did that work?
Well, the folks made it real easy. I submitted the book, and they looked at it, and they thought it had merit. And what they did is they had three voice actors, and after I told them what I was kind of looking for, they provided three voice files with samples, and I was able to choose. And I'm really happy I chose the one I did. He was very good as a narrator, but he was able also to jump into characters' voices seamlessly. Extremely well done. And the rest of the process, I just had to sit back and make sure they were paid on a monthly basis, and I just sat back and let it go. It was seamless. It was easy.
Well, great.
So,
One other question I had for you and maybe in this book, what's your favorite part of the book? Do you have a cliffhanger you can give us something, maybe a teaser that you can share?
yeah, a little teaser. Favorite part is he gets our young hero gets caught up in the Battle of Blackjack. He is he's sitting on the fence between the pro-slavery and the free staters. He just wants to be left alone. And I won't give too many details away, but he gets snagged up and caught up, and ends up fighting in what is arguably the first battle of the Civil War, his first big battle too. And how he copes with that, before, during, and after, I think is kind of my favorite part of the whole book.
I said it was going to be the last question, but then I thought of one more as you were talking.
Okay, I have all day. I could do this.
You've written several books. I know as a historian, you got paid to write some books, some different things. Now you are kind of doing it for fun. This is the second book. How many more books in the series? How many more books do you feel like you have in you?
I could get at least one more book in this Gone to Kansas, and I have a lot of notes. I have a lot of files, and up here I got it. Just need to sit down and do it. I could conceivably, this guy's in his 20s. I could do this for the next 80 years, but I won't do that. But I have that one. I think that's what I'll do is try to finish this series. I have another series about steamboats, has 2 volumes, and might try to address finishing that up, or just something completely different. And I'm sitting on the fence on that one. I'm waiting for a breeze to blow me one way or the other to get me to write.
Great. Anything else you want to share?
No, it's been a pleasure, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you and be on this fancy video thing. And again, thank you very much for the interview.
Yeah. So you can get Kendall's book, as we said, it's available on Audible, which is a big thing. Listen on the go. I know that's my wife's favorite way to listen to books now. But you can find him. He's got all of his books available on Amazon. You can search his name. But this book is Gone to Kansas, 1856 Fire and Tribulation. It's available as paperback, Kindle, and now as an audiobook. And we thank you so much for joining us, for spending time with us.
And thank you, Scott. Appreciate it.